Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. Today we're going to do something fun. I have this cute little leaf mold that I've never used before, and we're going to make this out of casting powder, and we're going to use the Bond Crafter today. I was going to use the J-Diction, but it didn't get here in time, so it's here in Salina, but it's just not here at my house. So, but we're going to make this one out of the Bond Crafter, because today I need to demo something else from Bond Crafter. And so, but first we're going to pour this in casting resin, and then I'll show you what we're going to do from there. So let me go ahead and mix this up, and we're going to use 3 colors. We're going to use green, deep green, and yellow to marble this with. Okay, so let me get some of this in here. I don't think we're going to need very much. So I don't think this thing's going to hold very much. Okay, we'll start with that much, and then if I need more, I can make more. Slide this back, get some water. Okay, so this is about the consistency of pancake batter, which is how I like mine. We're going to add two drops of each color. Oh, have I not opened the yellow? Nope. And then we're just gonna swirl that around. Come on, get down there. Well, that was a pretty good guess, y'all. Okay, that's full. I can't put any more in there. Let me grab a tiny mold here somewhere. I think I put all my molds away. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it into a coaster and we'll make some terrazzo chips. How's that? All right, so we will be back when this is ready to come out. Okay? All right, BRB. Okay, guys, I went ahead and demolded this. It's still very wet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my G3, and we are going to get it completely dried, because for what we're going to do next is it has to be completely dried. So look at that marbling. Isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. So we will be back usually about an hour. It takes about an hour in the G3. So we'll be back when it's completely dried and we'll move on to the next step. Okay? All right. See you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, guys, we are back and this is ready for what we're going to do next. And I've got resin mixed up here, and we are using the Bond Crafter 1:1, and I am going to mix in some of the KAMENSKAYA turquoise ink, and then I'm just going to mix this up by hand. I'm going to add one more drop. And yes, I'm beating it like it's cake mix. But there is a method to my madness. Okay, so since today's Bond Crafter Day, good grief, I just got that all over my hands. Bond Crafter has sent me a little tool for me to show you guys today. Now, I do need to tell you that there was a little bit of a hiccup in the design of this project. And it's nothing major, nothing that actually affects the project from working. Or the item from working. Let me get it out here, and I'm gonna do it over here because I don't want to hit the camera. So give me a minute, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to explain to you. This little hiccup, like I said, is not going to affect the use of the machine. And this is what we are going to look at today. It is the resin vacuum machine. It is 3.4 liters. It's a large capacity machine. I'm trying to be very careful at getting this out of here. After I demo this today, we're giving it away. And I've already talked to my rep about it, and she said I could because I have a vacuum chamber and I don't need this, and I thought it would be fun to give it away to y'all. So someone else that doesn't have a vacuum chamber would like to have this. Okay, so I'm going to save those, put those back on there. Little silicone jobbies to keep the plastic on there. So this is the base. And I'm going to put everything back the way it was. That's the base. This is the top. And this is the cord to plug it in with. Right here. And that plugs in right there. This is purple. Now, the problem with the little hiccup is whenever you turn the machine on and it starts to vacuum, oops, goodness. When it starts to vacuum out the air, in this field right here, it tells you what the KPA is. And this thing will go up to 99.9. Well, the little hiccup is that it doesn't go up that high, which it's actually doing it, it's just not showing it. So that is the only hiccup with that, which is not going to affect the machine in any way. So let me go over the screen. This is going to show your KPA, which means as the number gets higher, the pressure inside is getting stronger. And this is going to be your minutes. This is your AI mode. So whatever you set that for, I think it's set, might be, we'll see what it's set to, I'm not sure. This is your start and pause button, and that's your on button. So now we're going to put this, let me wipe off everything, make sure there's no resin on it so that it can get inside. Make sure there's nothing on the bottom. All right, so we're going to set this right there in the middle, and we're going to put this right on top. And I'm going to bring you guys down so that you can watch this, but there's a little valve right here, and that's where the air gets released. So you want to make sure that that button is completely closed, cord's plugged in, and I'm going to bring you down here in a second. And so you're going to hit the on button. So let's see what the AI says. Let me move this out of the way. So AI is 6 minutes. And so we're going to go ahead and hit start. And it is, I want you to watch this number right here. I want to see how high it gets, to see if it's actually a faulty one or not. It's supposed to go up to 99. Sorry, I was looking at the resin. Mine is still climbing. Let's look at our resin here while that's working. So it's working on those bubbles. It's not really that loud. I figured it'd be really loud. So it's starting to get really foamy on top, which means that it's pulling all those bubbles from the bottom and bringing them to the surface, which is what it's supposed to do. And you'll notice at the very bottom it's starting to get clear. Let's check our number up here. It's at 90. It's at 90. And it hasn't moved any further. But it's working like it's at 99, I can tell you that right now. Because look how fast it's working those bubbles. And we still have 2.5 minutes. Sorry. Gotta stop moving. Yeah, it stopped at 90. So just so you can see. And it's supposed to be 99. And the bubbles are almost all gone. And we have 1:44. "56 seconds. We're just going to let it play out because all the bubbles are gone and what's left is on the surface, and I have a feeling when I release the pressure, those are going to disappear. And the KPA stayed at 90. "17 seconds. And it will sound an alarm when it's done. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it shuts off. And now we'll pull that release. And voila. All right, let me get you back up on the tripod. Pretty clear. We got a couple surface bubbles, but nothing a spritz of alcohol can't take care of. Done. So we will be giving this away because, like I said, I don't need it. But I did talk to my rep. She said I could. I didn't really go over anything else other than that because that's really all that there is. I was going to look to see what Oh, so the maximum vacuum negative pressure should be 98, and it stops at 90. And the minimum working time is 6 minutes. The maximum working time is 9 minutes and 59 seconds. So that tells you. So the screen, it only shows 90 when it should be 98. But it's not affecting the bubble remover in any way. So, all right, let me unplug this. So we're going to give this away because, like I said, I don't need it. So, okay, on to today's project. This is what we're doing. We're going to put this in the bottom of there, but I have to decide what kind of rock I want. I thought about these because we're going to make a little mini koi pond. And so I thought these would be kind of cute to put in there. I don't want a bunch of stuff, you know, down in the bottom. And I thought the black was a nice contrast from the fish, because the fish are white. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, is the black. And I don't, you know, like I said, I don't want a ton, just want a few, just like that. And now we're just going to pour the resin over the top of that very slowly to create a little water. Okay, now we're going to go and get these little bubbles out of here. And I need to tip this just a little bit forward because I don't want this going over this edge. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to try to wedge them in there so that they stay. Move the rocks out of the way. And push it down to the bottom. There, just like that. I want it to be as clear as possible. Okay. And then this one is going to be over here. Now, I don't know if these will float or if they'll sink. Let's just see what will happen. Looks like they're going to float. Let's see if this floats. Don't sink. I hope they don't sink. Well, now we get to wait for that to cure, and then we'll come back. And I just have a couple more things to add, but I have to wait for it to be cured. Okay. All right, BRB. Hey y'all, welcome back. So this is done, or it's cured. Isn't that cute? Now let me show you what we're gonna do. So I dug out some littles here, and so of course we have to have a frog on a lily pad. So he's a little froggo. And then we have to have a turtle, of course, on the other lily pad over here. And then we have to have some ducks, don't you think? Some little duckies, a mommy and a baby duck. So I was thinking we could put those over here, having them come across the little pond. And then look, I found a flamingo. Ain't he cute? I don't know if I'm going to put him in there, but he sure is cute. I don't know if that's too much, but he's cute. And then I got some butterflies. I thought butterflies would look cute over here on these flowers, on the lilies. Whoops. Put them on the lilies. Like that. I thought about having one land right on the back of the little turtle's back, like that. What do you guys think? I'm not quite sure about this, but I do know I'm putting all the rest of that on there. So let me get my bonding glue here, because you know that is the best. Okay, so let's put the turtle in. And the frog. This duck's missing a black eye on this one side. I'm gonna have to fill that in with a marker. And I did put an orange koi fish in there, and I left him up above the water a little bit, because you know, koi fish like to come up. And I also put some glass rocks in there too, just to give it a little contrast. Wish I could figure out how to make water flow. That would be so cute. Don't know how to do that though. What would be really cute is put one of these butterflies in the water and then make ripples around it. Wonder if I could do that. Okay. That's so cute. Okay, let me see if I can figure out this. Got one. Got one circle. That's what I want. That's hard to do. All right. Now we'll put a little bit of this in the center. Just dabble do ya. And we'll put that butterfly right on top. It's on there. So you can see what I did. So it looks like a water ripple. So the butterfly landed on the water and made a ripple. And then you could take this and make little bubbles coming up from the fishes. Just like this. I like it. It's very cute. All right, y'all. Well, there you go. That's my little project for today. Hopefully, my other stuff will show up tomorrow, and we can do my other project. So cross y'all's fingers that it'll be here tomorrow. Okay, y'all. So for the drawing, Bond Crafter bubble remover. Let me tell you something. There's also more that goes with it. So along with the bubble remover, I've been given permission to also give away with it a 16-ounce. There's 2 8-ounce bottles of epoxy resin in here and a 24 count of mica powder to go along with it. So for this drawing, what I want you guys to do, if you're interested in it, is in the comments, and it's US only, it can't be out of the US. In the comments, I need you to put purple. Purple is the word. I'll give you guys the rest of the week to get in on that. And then on Friday, we'll do a drawing, and whoever wins it, I will be shipping it out to you. That was the condition on this giveaway, was that if I did it, I had to ship it out. Well, obviously, it's at my house. So yeah. So I will get pictures, put this at the end of my video. This was my project for today. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Make sure if you want to enter the drawing for the debubbler, the resin, and the mica powder, that you put purple in the comments. You have to be a subscriber in order to enter for this drawing, and your comment needs to be made in a separate post from your comment you're going to make on this. And there's a reason for that, because when I do a drawing, I need that comment to be separate from your other comment. So, and this drawing has nothing to do with YouTube. This is something I'm doing on my own. So yeah. So, and it has really nothing to do with Bond Crafter, actually. I just decided to do it myself as well. So, all right, rules. You have to be a subscriber. The word purple in a separate comment, and US only, and it needs to be left in a separate comment. Did I say that already? And then Friday is the cutoff. I will do a drawing on Friday for that. And then leave me a comment on this in a separate comment from your drawing comment. All right? All right, everyone. That's it for me. So everyone have a great night. And we'll see you tomorrow for the next video. And yeah. So remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive, be kind, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.